What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm on the run, getting things done. I want to talk about this Jay-Z situation. It's about time I do an update video on this. You guys remember back when this whole thing happened, Jay-Z being accused of assault. I was very reluctant to believe this. I said I need to see evidence first. The accuser was on she got interviewed, and even the interviewers believed that there were inconsistencies in her story, and they expressed that. After the interview, when they were airing it, they expressed that there were things that just weren't consistent, because they went and they did digging for themselves, and they went and they talked to her father. She claimed that her father drove out to pick her up. I can't remember how long the distance was from where they lived at to where the supposed Diddy party was, but it was hours worth of driving. So he supposedly drove hours to pick them up and hours back. Nothing was said the whole time. And the father says he doesn't know what she's talking about. He doesn't remember such a thing happening. If there was something like this that happened, he'd think he'd remember it. He doesn't remember such a thing happening. So the dad, basically in a nice way, was saying that she wasn't being honest. Also, she claimed that people that she talked to there at the party, people who she claimed were there at the party weren't really there, and there's receipts to prove it. I think it was the Good Charlotte brothers. They actually performed a concert that night somewhere else. I think it was in Chicago, and there's proof that they were there, not at Diddy's party. It was impossible for them to be in two places at once. So there were just too many inconsistencies. She said that she went with a friend. The friend is supposedly deceased now. So the one person who supposedly went through this ordeal with you, how convenient that they can't be interviewed. So the person who went through this with you can't be interviewed because they're no longer with us. People who you said you talked to at the party, we know weren't at the party. And your father, who you claim picked you up, says that never happened. So I told y'all then that I believed that this would get dropped. That she was just trying to get some sort of payday. I did mention that she had some sort of autism. She was on the spectrum. So maybe that played a part in her saying this. We'll never know. But this ended up being dropped, and Jay-Z is countersuing some form of defamation. And I'm not surprised by that, because here's the thing. When you're somebody in Jay-Z's position and you're being accused of something, you did it. You did it. It is on you to prove that the accuser is lying. The accuser doesn't have to prove that they're telling the truth. You have to prove that the accuser is lying, which is insane to me, because it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But that's not really the benefit of the doubt that you're given when you're accused of something like this, especially when you're high profile. And he's got ties to Diddy or whatever as well, because he's worked with Diddy in the music industry. So because Diddy's going through the stuff that he's going through, this makes him guilty by association. So he's being sued, or she's being sued. He's suing her, and she's still doubling and tripling down on stupid, claiming that she still stands by what she said. She only dropped the suit because Mr. Carter has been intimidating her. How do you intimidate someone that's anonymous? I mean, her identity was withheld, and her identity was withheld purpose. Now, I'm not saying that there's no way, no how he could possibly find out. I'm just saying that the likelihood of it is not there. So she was anonymous, and now she's claiming, oh, she was being intimidated. If that were really true, why are you just now saying this after you dropped the case and now that you're being sued? You weren't saying this before. I mean, a claim of him intimidating you, that would have did quite well for you when you still had the case going. So obviously there was not enough evidence to substantiate this. They found more proof to the contrary than what she's saying happened, and that's why ultimately this is going away. So this pretty much played out how I expected it to. I told you guys then I didn't believe it. I told you guys then I thought the woman was being dishonest. Jay-Z was being criticized for why he went to that Mufasa premiere instead of hiding, and I'm like, but you guys are going to criticize no matter what. If he goes into hiding, oh, he's guilty. But if he's out and about like an innocent person would be, why isn't he hiding? Like, you guys are going to criticize no matter what. And that ultimately is why she's being sued. Because he has irreparable damage made to his reputation. I mean, it's going to be sterling with certain people, but there's going to be a large chunk of people, probably women, who, you know, we know the types, the misandrists, that are going to forever accuse him or claim that he did this. It's just like with Kobe. His attorneys were able to provide evidence that she was lying, which is why ultimately that case was dropped. And to this day, you still have misandrists claiming that he did it, calling him a graper, a grapist. Just ridiculousness. So that's where we're at with that, man. Jay-Z has managed to beat the allegations. He was fortunate. But look how hard it was for him to beat the allegations. When someone as well connected as he is, has this much trouble beating the allegations made up by some anonymous nobody, it's scary to think how many just normal guys who get accused of wrongdoing are not able to fight back, and they end up going down for whatever they were accused of. These women out here that love seeing men get taken down by stuff like this, they want to believe that he's guilty. I wonder how they would feel when it's their son in that situation being accused of something that he didn't do. Just food for thought there. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.